Imagine a sport where one offensive player deliberately steps into enemy territory to take on 7 defenders at the exact same time. There is no ball, there is no bat, and there are no pads. It's a high-contact struggle relying entirely on the strength and agility of the human body. The layout is simple. 2 teams of 7 occupy opposite sides of a rectangular court, divided by a midline. They play for 40 minutes, split into 2 20-minute halves. The central action is called a raid. A player has exactly 30 seconds to cross the midline, tag an opponent, and return to their own half safely. The catch is that you have to do it all on a single breath. To prove they aren't inhaling, the raider continuously chants Kabaadi, a process known as the cant. This forces the athlete to operate under massive physiological pressure, trying to evade a tackle while the body is screaming for oxygen. Scoring on offense is straightforward. The raider earns 1 point for every defender they touch, provided they make it back across that midline safely. But if the defense can pin the raider and prevent them from returning to their half before the 30 seconds expire, the defending team scores the point instead. There is also a bonus line. If there are at least 6 defenders on the mat, a raider can earn an extra point by stepping over this line with their trailing foot in the air. Survival on offense requires extremely explosive movement. Top raiders use a dubkey dive to slip under defenders, or execute massive leaps to fly over an oncoming chain tackle. On defense, the strategy shifts to unified power. Players link together to form human chains, using coordinated ankle and thigh holds to trap the raider and drag them down. Kabaadi creates a loop of calculated imbalance, pitting isolated agility against the strength of a unified front. To find the origin of this unique combat loop, we have to look back 4,000 to 5,000 years to the Vedic period in ancient India. Kabaadi began as a survival drill. It was designed to train warriors to fend off group attacks and navigate the dangers of hunting wild animals. The 1 versus 7 dynamic mirrors a story from the Mahabharata epic. It depicts the warrior Abhimanyu attempting to penetrate a complex 7-tiered enemy defense. Historical texts indicate that figures including Gautama Buddha played the game during their youth to demonstrate physical prowess and fitness. The modern sport preserves the logic of these ancient tactics, keeping the focus on individual survival against a coordinated group. For centuries, the game remained a rural pastime. It was played entirely on soft mud and clay surfaces across villages in South Asia. The 1920s marked a turning point. The state of Maharashtra drafted the first official framework of rules to standardize the game for national competition. Kabaadi gained its first major international exposure in 1936, when an Indian team traveled to the Berlin Olympics to perform a demonstration of the sport. This period transformed Kabaadi from an informal folk tradition into a regulated athletic discipline. In the modern era, the mud and dirt have been replaced by professional, brightly lit synthetic mats. The creation of the Pro Kabaadi League introduced franchise funding, celebrity ownership, and high-end broadcast technology to the game. The results were explosive. Kabaadi is now the 2nd most watched sport in India, trailing only cricket, and generating over 1 billion views across its seasons. Smart production and modern technology have turned an equipment-free village game into a massive commercial entertainment property. The game is also finding a home far beyond India. It is the national sport of Bangladesh and is growing rapidly in popularity across 50 different countries. New international powerhouses are emerging. National programs in Iran, South Korea, and Japan are now consistently challenging India's historic dominance. The sport is also expanding its demographics, with the rise of professional international tournaments for women athletes. The goal for the sport's governing bodies is clear: securing a place in the 2036 Olympic Games. Kabaadi proves that you don't need expensive gear to capture the world's attention. You only need the raw, breathtaking limits of human endurance.